Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. So using the Light Seers Tarot, I'm going to draw 3 cards for the day, which is December 21st, Monday. Happy winter solstice, everyone. Happy Saturn conjunct Jupiter in Aquarius. Yay! Okay, so tuning into the laws of love. What is it that we need to know for this day to help heal our souls? Okay, so we have, for the theme, the Six of Wands, and then we have the Two of Swords, and we have the Hanged Man reversed. Okay, so with the theme being the Six of Wands, well, this card, I mean, you can see it's all about being recognized. It's the victory card. It is all about our leadership. It has everything to do with achievements and, you know, and it could be fame for some of you. It could very well be, you know, being famous. Now, so the theme here is to be able to take this in is what I'm getting. Don't be afraid of it. It's okay. It's completely okay. You can handle it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. And with the Two of Swords, the combo there, I think, is to allow yourself to make a decision, to allow yourself to be seen, and to take the blindfold off if you're at a crossroads. Because this card is very often about being at a crossroads. Sometimes feeling like a little bit of like at a cross purpose with yourself. And I say that especially because of the Hanged Man being reversed here. So in combining all this together, because the Two of Swords is always about some type of a decision. It can have to do with an indecision or a little bit of a denial. So maybe the message has to do with denying how much you have accomplished in your life and how you need to pat yourself on the back for that. This can also come up when there are some, because like I said, it could be like cross purposes. Because in the traditional Rider-Waite, she's sitting there with her arms like this, literally like over her chest. So it could be that place where there's some blocked feelings, and maybe we're facing our fears. Like I said before, at a crossroads. So whatever it is for you, I think that the message is to try not to sit in the indecision for too long. And it's fine to know that you're going through a big decision, and it does look like a big decision here. If you're going through a big decision, to allow yourself to take the time, but just to know that if you sit in this for too long, you're going to be stuck. And if this is the fear of being seen, the fear of, can I handle it? The fear of, success. Because deep down inside, a lot of people have, of course, it's a natural human predicament to have some fear of success. And to stand in your leadership. We all have leadership in our own unique way. We do have leadership. So we have to own it. We have to decide that we want to own it. Decide what we really want. How do we want to shine our light? How do we want to share ourselves? And if it's in the support of someone who is actually, like literally famous or semi-famous or whatever, then that's a beautiful decision too. But this feels to me like it's more about deciding to be successful. Just put yourself in that trajectory. Instead of sitting in the, in the cross. Where's my other, oh, darn it. I don't know what happened to my other, I lost my other chopstick. Because I could show you. But I think, what the traditional, Rider-Waite, Two of Swords looks like. She's literally sitting down. And, well, here, maybe I can, let me see if I can find it in this little deck here. Hopefully it's close by. And I apologize. I'm sorry for the delay. For all of you who know exactly what I'm talking about. But I get the feeling like we really need to see that image because it's, well, it'll be faster if I did it this way. Here we go. Okay, so that's what I wanted you to see. I mean, here it's like literally over her heart. She's holding the Two of Swords over her heart. Sometimes, and especially because it's the moon in Libra, and Libra to me is always about, creating a bridge. I feel that the meaning is like an intuitive bridge. And some people look at the swords as being like your psychic antenna. But, so it can be that, your psychic antenna, and the blindfold is the guidance to go within, get your answer from within. So it's about being at a crossroads. You can see the cross here. And she could be protecting her heart. So maybe there's a vulnerable place where, you're protecting your heart. There's that very real possibility there. And if that's the case, just know that, no matter what you do to go towards your new career or your the path that you're meant to shine in, it's going to be scary. It is going to bring up fear, and but you can do it because it is your path. It is what you're meant to do. Whatever it is that you want to do in order to earn a living or in order to serve, however it is that you want to shine your light and to be, seen and heard and understood for your creative self-expression, that's where you're meant to go. So you might as well not fight it, and you might as well not resist in any way, shape, or form. Just allow yourself to have the feelings of the fear or whatever else is coming up, and just decide what it is that you want. I think is the best message I can come through with here, in the combo of these cards. Just make the decision. You don't have to, you don't have to shine your light today, but you do have to decide how you want to shine. You have to sit with all the different possibilities that you have, where your talents lie, where your gifts lie. You have to decide on which set of gifts you want to use, which set of skills, which makes you feel at most, connected with yourself, most in balance with yourself, most in harmony with yourself, with the Libra energy here. Basically, like, what is it that you would do for free if you could? And then it's probably something that you've already been doing for quite some time. And it might even be, it can happen, this is a common thing that happens, is that it often takes someone else to say, you're really good at that. You should market yourself that way, or you should charge money for that. Whatever it is. And I would say listen to those people when they're mirroring to you, uh, what you have to offer. So combining it with the Hanged Man reversed, this is a card when it's reversed. It can be stagnation. So I think it really just has to do with the fear of being famous, the fear of being recognized, the fear of having too much power, maybe. Sometimes that's what this card can be about. There could be like a childhood, little bit of a childhood trauma or wounding, or lack of self-confidence, where one of your parents or both acted like you were too much. Like maybe you were so bright and so full of energy that they couldn't handle you, or they felt like they couldn't handle you, or they were overwhelmed. Maybe especially in families where, there are a lot of siblings, or the parents are distracted in some other way. Like maybe one of the other family members is ill for quite some time, or there's some challenge. Well, when those types of situations happen, anywhere, any place, any time, where your parents were distracted away from the love and the mirroring and the attention that you deserved, it can put a little chink in your in your self-confidence. So then, when we grow up, we have to revisit these places. And so maybe by staying small when you were little, you stayed connected to one or more of your parents or other caretakers. Maybe that was how you got, maybe how you were able to survive, and maybe how you were able to be taken care of is by staying small and quiet and not taking up too much space. Well, now as an adult, it's time to compensate for that. So to bring this card into its upright position, that would take us into that area where we surrender. We surrender our vulnerability. We get out of this stalemate and we decide, well, I'm just going to go for it. Might as well, right? I mean, might as well. And especially when you get in touch with what it is that you really love doing, what it is that you would do for free if you could. If you surrender to that and you decide you continue, I'm seeing this as more of a circle. Let's get rid of this one. When you decide, like, what if we just do this? What if we put all these together and just really connect them? When you decide to shine your light and receive the success that you deserve, receive the acclaim that you deserve, when you acknowledge your own gifts and you surrender that, just put it out into the universe, surrender it, and look at it from all different angles as to how I could do this. And you daily decide, keep deciding, keep doing this on a daily basis. Let this be your circle of manifestation. Decide to shine, and then keep surrendering it. Some days you're going to go, I don't know how to do it. But then decide that you want to figure it out and keep going towards the success. I think this card is the one that is speaking to me the most, is about deciding to go towards your success, and that continual surrender that it takes, because that really is what leadership is about. It can be very challenging, and you will get triggered, and it's okay. You just keep going for it. You just keep going for it. Sometimes people will project onto you, and But if you shrink, if you keep staying back, if you keep going back into this place where you're at a stalemate, then this card, I mean, this energy and consciousness of surrender will turn into stagnation. Stagnation. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is just continue to surrender. But then again, if you have those times where you are stagnant, you'll feel it. You'll feel it right away. And it's really just a little bit of frozen fear. So you can take some deep breaths, get up, move around, dance, do whatever you want to do, but stomp around if you need to. Just move around, get up and move your body, and that'll get the energy going. And get yourself really grounded. And then you can turn this right side up and just continue to surrender. Just keep going for what it is that you truly want. And let that be your decision every day. But it will be a little bit of a decision and a test. And then facing your fears of being famous or being seen, like what are all the worst things that could happen if you were totally seen? Is it too scary? Is it too intimate? Is it too why is it scary? What could happen? What could be the worst things that could happen? And write those down. Write those down. Instead of being stagnant, write them down, and then look at that false belief that you've written down from all different angles. Question it from all different angles. And feel any feelings that are coming up. Don't block them out. Don't run away from them. Go inside and feel whatever feelings are coming up. And, process it through. I love the circular ring here because it's reminding me that it is leadership, being in your leadership, being in your light, is, acknowledging where you've been in the past and then to continue to stand up and go towards it. Look at the big wand here, the big torch. And if you continue to allow yourself to be recognized for your gifts, then any little false belief that comes up around it, around your, how you might limit yourself, that'll come up, and then again, you write it down, question it from all the different angles. The Hangman is about, looking at things from a different perspective. So this is a false belief here that keeps you needing to test what's going on inside. To actually decide to just keep going through this will put you into touch with all those little false beliefs. And then, like I said, write it down. Feel the pain that it's causing. Feel how awful it feels to feel stuck. And you'll get at some point, I promise you, because I've done this a bunch of times, you'll get so dang sick of yourself that you'll just do it. You'll just eventually do it. And then, but it's going to be scary, but you just feel the fear and do it anyway. And if any painful feelings come up, when you feel them, what happens is the life force within that had been frozen previously, where you actually were stuck, then what happens is that you'll have more life force flowing through you, because if you meet the grief, you meet the pain, you go inside the pain that's in your body, or the stagnation that's driving you nuts. What happens is that once you go through it, you create more life force flowing through your body. And then that positive life force turns into the courage that it takes to be vulnerable and put yourself out there. And then you can turn it around. Whatever the false belief was where you were stuck, when you get in touch with that, whatever it is, you have to write it out. You have to journal it out. So whatever the false belief is, once you've processed, when the pain comes up, you don't want to go into your head. You want to stay out of your head. When the pain comes up, you want to go into the feelings. And don't try to make sense of it. Just be with it, whatever it is. And then after all of the feelings have filtered through and you're breathing normally again, you're done crying, you can feel the life force moving in your body again, then what happens is you can start, doing the questioning process, like, why would I have that false belief? And then write down whatever answers you get. And then later on, you can turn it around. So whatever the false belief was, like, let's see, let me think of one. If I do what I really love and I fail, I won't be able to handle it. Then you would turn it around and say, I might fail, but I can handle it, and I'll try again. Let me think of another one. Let's see. If I stay small, then I'm safe. You turn it around and go, if I'm large, if I'm big, I'm safe. Something like that. It's going to be different for each one of you, and it's going to be different for each one of us as we go through it, at different times in our lives. But we can always reinvent ourselves, and we always have something to offer. So I think that's it for today. This would be a little bit of a manifestation lesson, I guess, if we were to put it all together in a series. But thank you for listening. And again, like I said, happy winter solstice. And I'll be back soon for the next day, for Tuesday the 22nd. Okay, thanks you guys. Bye.